Welcome to the very first YouTube video of the Understanding Asperger's Initiative. After several years, we finally tethered ourselves down to these chairs and got it started. We've got a Facebook page, we've got a newsletter going, and finally we're doing this, and we hope that we can help tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people around the world to really understand what it means to have, live with, or love someone who has a diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome. So my name is Maxine Share.
And I'm Daniel Share-Strom.
And we do this because, first of all, we had a pretty daunting journey as a parent, understanding exactly what the issues were that were impacting Daniel. And for Daniel, looking to parents and professionals to understand and support him, but nobody really getting it. So I'm going to start out by telling you some of the things that I have learned, and Daniel will share with you some of the things he's not just learned but knows innately about living with Asperger's. So I'd like to start out by telling you something that you all have already heard, because this, if nothing else, this diagnosis is laden with jargon. Asperger's is a pervasive development disorder. But what does that mean? That means that an individual is going to have challenges, or may have challenges across a lifespan in all areas of functioning. So not just social communication and repetitive restrictive behaviors, but also in how they experience anxiety, how they experience the physical world and their environment, and how they experience anxiety. So the fallout of experiencing challenges in all those areas is that we have little kids who are, or little people who are corrected from seed in every area of functioning. Every instinct they have seems to be wrong. They go to hug mommy and they kick the cat out of the way. That instinct to show some loving was wrong. They go to get dressed and they don't do it fast enough. They don't brush their teeth right. They don't come down the stairs fast enough. They don't clean up after themselves. They can't seem to pull up their pants or do a zipper. Some of them even can't wipe their bottom until they're quite old. These cause problems. And then they get to school, and we've got these 10-minute kids in a 10-second world. And it's not that they're not capable, is that all of these things that we need to teach them are not understood by the people who are supporting them. Daniel, what's it like to grow up and have people tell you that every instinct that you have is wrong, regardless of whether it's done with love and with patience?
Feels terrible. I mean, every second of my life, I am, even by people that care about me and have my best interests at heart, they're telling me in the nicest way possible sometimes that I'm wrong, that I shouldn't be doing that, that no, this is the way you should be doing it. It comes with a pervasive sense of waiting to mess up, of feeling like everybody is judging you. Mm-hmm. I can be hanging out just with my best friends, just having a grand old time, but still in the back of my mind I can just be thinking, oh, what have I done? What are they really thinking of me? What should I be doing in this situation? Mm-hmm. And then sometimes when I do make some kind of error, even if it's just a really small one, I feel like that's like justification for all my worries. Mm-hmm. And I always feel like someone is going to be judging me, and in my best moments when I'm in public, I feel like I'm acting like someone else.
And this, that's a really good segue into anxiety. Because when you live your life wondering how and when you're going to mess up, not if, then of course it's not uncommon that you would develop a kind of general anxiety disorder or social anxiety disorder, where you're constantly carrying around the feeling that you're being judged And of course, it's not an imaginary feeling that these individuals have. It's a real feeling. They are judged. They are constantly corrected and redirected and reminded that the way they are is wrong and doesn't fit into the traditional, typical parameters of what is right. So I want to just talk a little bit about the activities of daily living, the life skills. So we often have with Asperger's super bright kids because diagnostically they're often average to superior in intelligence. So it comes as such a surprise to people that even with that kind of cognitive profile, they can't do many things. They can't seem to remember the morning routine. And so mornings can be riddled with conflict in families. The child doesn't know what to do, maybe from the time the alarm clock goes off in the morning. Really slow to move, to get out of bed, to get dressed, to go to the bathroom, to get their breakfast, and may often need to be prompted through every activity. We're not just talking about 4 or 5-year-olds, we're talking 10, 12, 14, 16, 18-year-old. Very smart kids quite often. It's pretty puzzling to parents if they don't understand where this is coming from. But I think the thing that Daniel and I see most of the time is the collateral damage of this. One parent will understand that Johnny really needs help with cycling through these steps, and the other parent will think that the reason the child can't cycle through these steps is because the other parent is coddling him or her, babying him or her, and being codependent in this. That's just wrong. And what happens as a result is that there's conflict in the family. And the one thing I'm going to say we hear most about families from kids is that they want the fighting to stop. If parents can stop fighting and focusing on figuring out how to teach the kids everything that they need to learn, I think that our houses, our homes will be much happier for our children. So parents of typical kids need to teach them how to talk, how to toilet, how to feed themselves, maybe their ABCs, and then those kids sort of follow us, watch us, follow their peers, watch movies, and pick up the rest. With kids with high-functioning autism, Asperger's, we often need to teach them everything, step by step, and quite often they learn really quickly when we find the right way to teach them. And I think therein lies the key to this. If we understand that anytime you see a challenge in your child, step back. If they won't do something, it's often because they can't, and then it is incumbent upon us to figure out what we have not done yet to teach them to be able to do that. If we keep showing them the same way, keep throwing in their faces that they can't do it, they should do it, they're going to have to learn it someday because they're going to be out in the real world, we are just contributing to their sense of incompetence and their sense that they are broken. The Understanding Asperger's Initiative, we want to help you to understand how to support your child. Daniel, can you just wind up for us? We have about 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's great. Like she said, we absolutely want to help you to understand the person in your life with Asperger's. We're running out of time here, so we're just going to, quick little plug, check out our Facebook page, The Understanding Asperger's Initiative, and you will find the link to subscribe to our newsletter in the description. Other than that, have a great day. Okay.